back to my page, A Woman Like You. I am super sick. Not extremely sick, but I definitely have a cold, and as you can hear in my voice, I'm like so stuffy. But I really wanted to make a video. I know today it looks a little different for this video. I'm on my iPad because um, we are currently out of town back home in Virginia, and um, I left my camera in my husband's car, and he went to visit his mom. So I figured I would just use my iPad and go ahead and make this video before I. Um, sorry, just heard a voice. I thought my husband was coming in, but yeah. Before I either run out of time or I don't want to continue to prolong it. So just to give you a little update, I did recently start working. I actually started working this past week, and I've been wanting to record. I had just a few video ideas of topics to discuss, and I've been trying to get to recording, but it's just been a busy week with me working and stuff going on with my daughter at school, and it's just been a lot. And then on top of that, me doing school, like I honestly haven't read all week, and I still have barely started. So I'll get to that when I'm done recording. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video. So there's been something that I have been um, wanting to talk about, and sometimes, guys, I really I think I overthink things. Like I overthink like what's the best way I can talk about different topics, I love giving advice. I love talking about different things. Like I love good debates. I love good conversations. Um Especially when, it's like productive or it's thought provoking. Like I love that. So, I a lot of times I just overthink like how to talk about different things, and it's kind of different like when it's just me talking and I don't have necessarily I have an audience, you guys are watching, but I don't have a direct audience who can respond to me and that I can have an actual conversation with right now. So it's kind of hard for me. Like I would love to be able to do like more interviews. If you guys haven't seen before, I did do a interview with a friend. What was that, like a year or two ago? It is, and it's one of my videos. So if you're interested in seeing it, you can watch it. But I love like that. So if I could do more of those, I would be happy. Honestly, guys, if any of you would like to do that type of video with me, I am more than happy to do that. Just let me know and we can schedule something. We can figure out what we want to talk about. I love like learning from other people's experiences. I love talking about other people's experiences and my own, and just figuring out like just honestly just coming together and seeing how we all relate to one another. And honestly, I know I never really said it, but that's what my channel is about. I feel like this video is going a whole different direction, but I've never made it clear, and I guess I can do that now. Like the reason why I came up with this channel is because I know that we as women, like, we need to stick together. We really do. And there's so much, you know, there's just so much, I guess, toxicity between us a lot of the times. And if you really sit back and think about the root of it all, you'll realize that it's pointless. I know that there are the scenarios where, we cross each other. Like, that's okay. I get that. But there's the times where we are envious of others, and or we're jealous, and or we misunderstand them, or we're just being very judgy, and it keeps us from like coming together and working together and understanding each other and just forming like different bonds and um just stronger I don't know, just not necessarily stronger relationships, just like a uplifting community, like just uplifting one another. Like it's so much that we go through and we don't. I think sometimes we feel like it's just us going through them, and we feel like the next person won't understand, or um I may go through something and then everybody knows about it, and somebody may judge me for how I handled the situation, but they haven't walked a day in my shoes. So it's just, I really feel like we as women need to come together and at least try to understand each other. And that's how the this page got its name. I was talking to my husband. By the way, I have glitter all on my face, as you can see. Because I just came from a baby shower and I had a Rice Krispie treat that had like some frosting and glitter on it, so it's edible glitter. But yeah. So how we came up with the name, well, my husband came up with it. I feel like I may have mentioned this in the video before, but anywho, I was just battling um on names to that I wanted. So my first Instagram account, my only Instagram account, but my name was initially Naturally Perfect, and I came up with that name because at the time I had just went natural. I just did my big chop and I went natural, and then my zodiac sign is Virgo, and Virgos are known for being perfectionists. Not in every way, we're not perfect, but there's nine nine times out of ten there's something that we are a perfectionist about. Like I am very big on grammar, not necessarily how I speak, that too, but not entirely, because I don't talk perfectly at all. But when it comes to writing, like I that I know that may sound crazy, but that's one of the things that I'm like a perfectionist over. But anyway, so that's how I came up with the name Naturally Perfect. It has nothing to do with being perfect or trying to exude perfection. Like it has nothing to do with that. So I was battling with that name, and I was asking some close friends and my husband about that name, and some people was like, that's perfect. And some people say, well, it may make people feel like they should be perfect. So I think one person suggested naturally imperfect or something like that. So I still wasn't completely satisfied. So I just, I kept talking to my husband about it, and then the one last time he was like, what do you want people to get from your page? And I told him, I said, I want people to, I primarily want women to um, feel like they can relate to the things that I'm talking about. I want them to feel like this is a page that they can come to where they know that they can relate to. They can relate to the different topics that I'm talking about, the different struggles that I have, the different struggles that other women have. I just want us all to be able to relate to each other. I want to create that type of platform. And, and then he just said, a woman like you. He's like, why not name it A Woman Like You? And he just said it so nonchalantly. Like, and for me, it was just like, like how in the movie, like the heaven, like the noise, ta-da, I don't know how to do it. And then the light. So it's like a light bulb, like, that's perfect. That's perfect. So that's how we came up with the name A Woman Like You. Um so yeah, so that's what I I just I want to be able to talk about different things, and I want to invite others to join in with me and talk about these different things and have these conversations. The conversations that are hard, or, honestly, some things are it's kind of harder to talk about when it's just you. I know for me, I'm not going to sound big on doing this because this is still a struggle for me, but I am big on promoting vulnerability. I feel like to be vulnerable is to be human, is to admit that you're human. So when we have these conversations openly about the things that we are struggling with or have struggled with in the past, and even some things that may be embarrassing, or some things that are very shameful, or that people will usually judge people on, or judge people for, I feel like those conversations, you're opening yourself up and you're being vulnerable with others. But I feel like the reward in that, as hard as that is, it's so hard. Like, it's extremely hard for me. It really is. Like, I have to be honest. But I think that's why I want to do this. It's a challenge, and I don't want to just make this channel like just easy. Like, I could, like, I do my hair all the time. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not the best hairstylist. I just learned how to do box braids, stuff like that. But I can make hair videos and get a lot of views and just go on about my day. But it's not really a challenge for me. So, like, being vulnerable, to me, that is a huge challenge. And I feel like it's something that I want to challenge myself with. And I've been trying to challenge myself with for a very long time. So, I am welcoming anyone who would like to just create videos together and an interview type of style. If you want to tell your story, or even if you want to email me, letters or something that you may want to share with others that you feel can help others, please feel free to do that. Like, please, if you need advice on something, please feel free to send me an email, and asking for advice. I can do anonymous, like however you want to do it. Like, I am open to that. Like, my Instagram information is linked down below. You can comment. You can DM me on Instagram. Yeah, it's so many options. So if if you are into trying to uplift and empower other women or other people, because I know that men go through some of the same things we go through. Not completely the same, and they don't handle things the same way we do. But, men are still welcome. But yes, my main focus is definitely women, and just uplifting one another. It's just so sad how much we judge each other and compare ourselves to each other and envy each other, and excuse me, I'm not exempt from that. But that's exactly why this page is called A Woman Like You, because we all go through these things. We all have these feelings. Like, there's not one of you who can say that you've never been jealous of someone. I promise. Like, I know it. I know it. But it's okay. Like, it's normal, and we understand because we've all been in that situation. So, um, yeah, so that's just the platform that I want to create. And this video is not about what I wanted to talk about. So I guess I will save that topic for another video. I am hoping to find more balance when it comes to recording. Like, seriously. And it's crazy because before I was working, I was home, with our baby, and I didn't really, I don't know, what was I doing? I was doing schoolwork and, doing stuff with her, watching TV, exercising, uh, what else? I definitely had more time to record, but I think sometimes it just felt like it was a hassle, like getting all did up and doing my makeup and setting everything up, and I don't know. But I definitely have to get better. So now I really need to find balance as far as my new schedule and working. It's just so funny because before I wasn't working, when my husband and I decided that I would stay at home for a little, we actually decided that I would stay home until May. But then we both decided that I should go back to work. I was ready. Like, I was like, yes, I'm ready to go back to work. So, we put that into motion, and now I'm back at work. But initially, I fought him on it. I was like, I don't want to not work. Like, I want to go to work. I don't like not making my own money. Like, I've been working since I was, what, 16? Like, I want to keep working. But then I got spoiled. Like, I enjoyed being home with my baby. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna miss those days. So, so yeah, so it's definitely different. But I am happy to be back at work and just pushing myself more. You know, I am finally like accepting that I'm ready for a position in leadership. And management, and that's what I'm shooting for. So I'm really happy, and I have a great support system. I have great friends, female friends. This is why we need to stick together. Yes. Um, yes. So I have a great support system, family, friends, like have it. So it's just a blessing. But this video is really took its own little turn, like completely. But I don't want to make it too long. I'm already at what 16 minutes. It may end up being shorter. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this or not. But thanks for watching, guys. Even though this isn't what I initially planned on talking about, this actually was a good conversation. I'm glad that I can share with you, how this channel came about as far as the name. Um, I initially made this video. I'm sorry, I initially made this page to focus on natural hair. If you go back and you'll see my first videos were of my big chop. But yeah, and I think I started doing vlogging also, but I never kept up with it. So yeah, but I have just been working towards like self-love for so many years now, so many years. Like, I've gone back and read my journals, and I didn't even realize how long I was like focusing on self-love, um, until I went back and read my journals, and I'm like 2011, like I was focusing on it then. Like, I didn't even realize it, but to me that's so important. And I feel like in order for us to love one another, we have to love ourselves, guys. Like, you have to work on self-love before you get into a relationship. Love yourself first. Like, if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to really love anyone else. You're not going to be able to even accept that someone else loves you because you don't love yourself. So you have to, I mean, you absolutely have to focus on self-love, if you don't focus on anything else right now. But I am going to let you guys go because this video is pushing 20 minutes. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.